Everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Okay, guys, pace yourself because I'm about to head down the path of 5 days off unless something really, really desperate happens. Now, it's a horrible, gloomy day outside, so I've got every light on, so I hope the light's vaguely okay. And of course, being a Friday, my husband's decided to take the afternoon off because he too is about to take the next 5 days off. So I'm in the bedroom on the card table, so I apologise if it's a little bit wobbly. So welcome to my boudoir. Uh, in the background, yes, for those that asked, the dresser. It was a inexpensive pine dresser that I bought new, but grabbed some sample tins of paint, so sanded lightly before painting, sample tins of paint and some knobs I got from the hardware shop, and just made a pretty fancy dresser. 12 drawers I think it is in total. Basically because I'd seen something like this that I really liked, and it was about 4 times the price of what this ended up costing me. So just know that you too can do this sort of thing fairly easily. I did 2 bedside tables as well to match. Okay, what do I want to have a look at? Gosh, there's a lot going on. I did cover a few suggestions in my previous video, the one about Australia telling 45's regime where to go, for things like you can do this if you're wanting to make it a little extra money out of your garage, doing, what do they call it? Propagating plants, indoor plants, big market in that as well. And just keep your eyes open for any opportunities that come your way. All sorts of options. My daughter, first of all, she has a YouTube channel, but she would never let me tell you guys what it is. Makes a little bit of money on that, but she also does schematic drawings, contracted to the university to do schematic drawings for international papers publications, which just came across her doorstep one day. Actually, husband needed one drawn for his paper that he was submitting, couldn't find anybody to do it, asked her if she would. She said yep. At the university they saw it, thought it was amazing, not qualified at all, and now she does that as one of her 3 careers, something along those lines. I myself, for the university, have been caught having to do voiceovers. So I'll into that as well. Somebody decided that they liked how I sounded and asked me to do a voiceover. So just keep your eyes open. There are job opportunities. And don't say no because you never quite know where they're going to lead. Okay, entertainment only. What I want to have a look at in this particular reading is the Education Department. What is going to happen to the Education Department in the United States? Because this does have to go through Congress. What has happened is that Felon 45 has signed a decree. They're not even executive orders now, they're just decrees to dismantle the federal Education Department that was set up in 1979 to oversee federal spending for the Education Department across the country. It does require Congress to actually bring forward an act and vote on it, a bill, and I believe the GOP has come out and said yes, they are going to introduce a bill to dismantle the Federal Education Department. Felon 45 is blaming the department for the lagging academic performance of the United States. Oh, gee, I wonder if that's got anything to do with removing the critical thinking from the learning, or banning books, or banning teachers from teaching history, or any of the above. So blaming the federal department for the lagging academic performance in the US and claiming that the states would do a better job. Again, excuse me if I roll my eyes, but isn't it strange how it's the Republican-led states that have the worst education results? So maybe it's not the states that would do a better job. when you're looking at the states, for example, Oregon and Washington and up the East Coast there, East Coast, West Coast, around the fringes. I couldn't name most of them, but you know the ones I'm talking about that actually have really good education results. Maybe it's not the the states doing a better job. Maybe it's the actual red states that are just doing an absolute joint job. Okay, let's have a look. Is the bill going to pass through Congress? I'm going to read on the special elections again. Florida's got 2 special elections coming up on the 1st of April. Have read on them before, and that is a reminder. If you want me to read on anything and you're missing stuff over the next 5 days, put it in the search option. So under any video, you click on maighstirtarot, takes you to the main page. It's a little magnifying glass. It's a search option, and you can type in what you're looking for. Put in Musk or put in special for special elections or whatever it is you like to put in. I have read on them this special elections before, but I will have another look to see whether there's any change. So Florida's the two Florida ones are coming up on the 1st of April. The New York one hasn't been determined. A date hasn't been determined yet. But let's have a look. The GOP introducing a bill to dismantle the education department. How is this going to go? Remembering that if government had been closed down, Felon 45 would have he wouldn't even have to have the bill introduced. He would have just signed his decree. Speaking of which, that comment by Carolyn Levitt, the airheaded bimbo, and yes, thank you, Kellyanne Conway was never press secretary, but by crikey, she did a lot of press conferences. She was the one that invented the phrase alternate facts, in fact, to cover lies as being facts. That one, yeah. Okay, so Carolyn Levitt had said that if it wasn't for the US, then the French would have been speaking German, aside from the fact that the rest of the world had been fighting this fight for 2 years before the US decided to join in, and perhaps the French should actually thank the Japanese, because if the Japanese hadn't bombed Pearl Harbor, I don't think the US still would have joined in. So, but then the French came back and reminded that if it wasn't for the French, the United States would still be using "yous" in their letters, in their words. They would be speaking the King's English. So, just putting it out there. Okay, just she hasn't got a clue. But anyhow, let's have a look. Let's have a look. And this is why history needs to be taught in schools and on the federal level, and several states they cancelled it. Okay, let's have a look. Will the GOP, will a bill be introduced to Congress? Come on down, let's have a look. Will it actually be introduced? Because everything might go to custard for them before they even get a chance. Right, here's the King of Pentacles. This is my Fleon card. And we know Fleon is desperately, from the Department of Greed and Evil, desperately dismantling everything. So, yeah, I don't think this decree is actually coming from Felon 45. He'll sign it, he'll spout about it, but I don't think it's coming from him. This is coming from, okay, thank you. I'm getting told the moneyed figures behind the scenes, the oligarchs that want to privatize the entire system so they can profit off it. Are we surprised? Not at all. There's a lot that's not surprising us at all. Apparently, some Republican dude in, I can't even remember the state, who was publishing fake photoshopped images of Harris with Epstein, etc. Himself got arrested for child sexual abuse the other day. So, am I surprised? Absolutely not. So yeah, this is oligarchical money is behind this this decree about behind this dismantling. Oh, secrets coming out. Okay. The challenge is bringing this plan to fruition, bringing the ship into harbour. So yeah, this is their plan. It's not about education at all. It's about dismantling the checks and balances and protection for the education system so they can profit out of it. Privatise and profit is what I'm hearing. Okay, the energy that they're stewing in at the moment is the emotional walking away, the discarding and walking away. Now, we've got the full moon here, which reveals who is walking away here under this light of the full moon. We've just had the lunar eclipse. We're still in the eclipse season. We're going to, the lunar eclipse, the solar eclipse is the one that comes next. But who is emotionally kicking over the cup, saying no more and walking away? This is the energy they're stewing in. This might even be, okay, thank you. I'm drawn to the red and purple. The red and purple. I think there's going to be some Republicans that are not going to, again, this is every person that was on a Trumpster side has a cutoff, a line that cannot be crossed. Somebody's there, it may even be three are not going to support this. 3 Republicans. It's almost like a line too far, and I'm drawn to the purple in this figure. So it might be those that are in the sort of the red bordering on purple states. In the past, we've got the nightmare situation in regards to education. Swords are about legal, but they're also about intellect, can be about social media as well. They're about wisdom, they're about knowledge. Yeah, just this nightmare situation. Okay, might be some teachers that start protesting in regards to this. Because I bet you there were some teachers in some red states that voted for Felon 45 as well. Okay, because this is attacking the education system, attacking the ability to teach, the intellectual, the wisdom, the knowledge. Okay, and again, very much red card, crowning the reading. The smoke and mirrors, the delusion, the look over here while this is happening over there, pulling the wool over the eyes emotionally. Okay, the immediate future. Something coming forward very quickly, information or plans coming forward very quickly. Protections. So what have we got here? We've got the 8 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. So this is a progress here. There's a lot of information that's going to come out perhaps in regards to this, that so is Congress going to pass it? They may not. This is bringing forward this new bill, but having to surrender against this solidarity in the background. Here internally, it's Congress itself, the Hierophant, or it may, something about this may go to the Supreme Court. Let's see where we go. An announcement being made in the hopes and fears, bringing forward that Ace of Swords, bringing forward that new bill. The outcome, justice. I think there might be legal action, justice, as there is this painful birth and the Ace of Wands. A new plan, a new beginning. Okay, so I am wondering, because something out of left field about treason and betrayal that will cause a legal decision that needs to be made that will fully expose. Oh, and here we've got the false victory. We've got action being taken. We've got my Biden card. We've got the devil with the failing partnerships. We've got the voter, and we've got the harsh truth coming forward, and the rightful queen, about the rightful queen. On the base, we've got the moon cards, secrets coming to the surface and being revealed out of the swamp. The emperor finding himself investigated. His path being stopped and being investigated. Okay, I'm getting the feeling that this will not get through before things go to custard. Let's have a look. Will this GOP bill to dismantle the education department, will this GOP bill, this poor old deck of cards, that was 2 9s there, the 9 of swords and the 9 of wands, we're just about at an ending. If you can hear, buddy, that's my deaf dog. What is that? he's decided to be in here with me with the door shut. 2 9s, very close to the ending. Will the end of this regime come before this bill can get passed? Painful birth of something new. It's also my card for Russia, so let's see. You want that one as well. Mercenary actions. And you want that one. Okay, let's... Will it get passed? Well, I'm just going to say this is my Russia card. This is my mercenary actions, the pay for play. But the basket is empty. I'm just going to say the basket, the financial basket is empty to be able to pay for play. The King of Wands and versus the King of Pentacles. This is my Marguerite card. This is my this is my Fleon Musk card. So we've got the 2 kings facing each other off. This one looks a bit more fit and healthy and aggressive than this podgy old one, but let's see where this goes. Emotional betrayal, loss, disappointment, heartbreak, dark money behind the scenes. And then we've got higher authority bringing forward a ruling, a higher overseas authority bringing forward a ruling. Okay. 4 of Cups. I was asking, will this bill get passed before this regime goes down? I don't think it will. An offer being made. We have an emotional ending and new beginning. We have a legal ending and a new beginning. We have legal restriction, courage and strength in regards to the steal that happened in the past, the hidden agenda that was on offer. And then we have the Homeland Security card. We've got the Emperor and all his cronies. Volatile information is going to come out and it is going to be explosive. So I don't think the bill will be passed before... I don't think it's going to get through Congress before it is the end of this regime. Okay. Deep breath, everybody. It is going to pass, entertainment only. All you can do right now is make a list of what you can do to protect you, no matter how bizarre the idea, because only you know what you can do. And if it's things like medications, can you get off-label medication that has the same active ingredient, so therefore it costs a third as much. If you are having with your housing, do you have a friend or a family member that you can perhaps work something out where they rent out your spare room so they help you and you help them? Look up some depression era cooking to see how you can stretch your food dollar a bit further. All these sorts of things. Only you know what you can do for you, but don't sit back and go, oh, woe is me. I'm the victim, and expecting other people to help you. This is about you helping you, taking back your power. As one of my beautiful viewers said the other day to me, and I've been using it a lot, every single one of you is a drip. Together, you are a flood. Do not underestimate the power of the people. Okay, love to you all. I shall catch you shortly.